Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're back on the channel with another video. Today is going to be one of those prediction videos. We're going to be predicting who will win overall the League Two playoffs and who I think will get to the final and go up to League One. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy, and comment to see if you agree or disagree with my opinions and who I think will go up. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Anyways, let's get to the video. So the first playoff game we're going to be debating about is Salford versus Stockport. Fair play for Salford to even get in the playoffs. They've been lingering around the playoffs for the last couple of years. It's just got in it. To be honest, when Wimbledon played them, obviously Wimbledon fans wouldn't want to talk about it. Went 2-1 up, saved the pen, and then still gave them the momentum to go score 2 more goals, which is pretty unreal, to be honest. But Salford are one of those underrated teams in League Two, I believe. They have got some many star players like Callum Hendry and Matt Smith. They've been unreal, to be honest, up front. I think Callum Hendry scored 2 against us. He scored probably near on about 20 goals this season. Matt Smith, I think he came on loan in January. Generally, if I got that wrong, very sorry, but he came off the bench against Wimbledon and he made quite a big impact, to be honest. He's one of those players which you want to stick in the box and just, if a ball goes in or near the 90th minute you have a corner. I know Salford have had some really late comebacks against us and Walsall, and he's definitely been in the thick of it and helped them get to win loads of games. For Stockport, they have a pretty incredible side, to be honest. They have Paddy Madden, which they got from Fleetwood, Kyle Wootton, Callum Camp, Sarcevic. I can literally go on forever, to be honest. They've got an unreal squad and it's definitely League One quality. So I can definitely see them getting to the final. To be honest, when I do these type of videos, I love to talk about head-to-heads, but it's playoffs and playoffs can go either way, to be honest. Either team could batter each other and any prediction could be right, to be honest. In the playoffs, it's pretty much a ball of luck. Salford could go and batter Stockport, but it could be the other way around. Don't get me wrong, to be honest. I always like to look at the head-to-heads. Away from home, Stockport beat Salford 2-0 away from home, which is a great result, to be honest. And at Stockport, Salford held out to a 1-1 draw. So pretty much this playoffs, it's really hard to call. So that could go pretty much either way. Don't get me wrong, both teams, Salford and Stockport, have done absolutely unreal. Stockport just came up for the National League last season. So in the fact that they came 4th in League Two in the first season back in the EFL is just unreal, isn't it? But my prediction is, I think it's going to be quite close between the two legs, but I think Stockport will go through to the final. It's just some of the players they have, as I mentioned, Paddy Madden, Kyle Wootton, Callum Camp, Sarcevic. I can go on forever, to be honest. They've signed some unreal players for League Two, and especially in the first season back in the EFL, it's been unreal. I think Stockport will get to the final, and you never know, they could go all the way. The other playoff semi-final in League Two is Carlisle versus Bradford. I believe this is probably one of the hardest playoff games to call that League Two have had in a while. To be honest, both of the games, it was 0-0 and then 1-0 to Carlisle, both in the league and the head-to-head. So when you look at the stats, it could have gone either way. Both teams had loads of shots. It's just whichever defence crumbles on the day. The attackers, they've got both unreal attackers, by the way. We have Bradford's Andy Cook. He scored 28 goals in 46 matches in League Two. That's pretty much over a goal a game, which I think is just unreal for any striker that plays football, to be honest, especially in League Two. Andy Cook's been amazing for Bradford. He's kept him in so many games and won them so many games. When we look at Carlisle, they have Christian Dennis, which has scored 20 goals in 40 games, which is still a goal a game, which I think is absolutely unreal as well. Fair play to any striker in any league which gets 20 plus goals. Also, Carlisle have got an amazing goalie, Thomas Holy, Czech goalies, kept 20 clean sheets in 46 matches in League Two, which is another incredible stat. Pretty much every 2 games he at least keeps 1 clean sheet, which is so important for Carlisle. And every time he was in goal, he has kept a clean sheet. He hasn't conceded a goal to Bradford this season, so it'll be very interesting, that game. Before I give my predictions, to be honest, I think this game could go either way. I think it's so hard to predict, but I'm going to just edge Carlisle to go through. When you look at the head-to-heads, obviously they've had the better over the 2 games played in League Two this season, but I feel like over the 2 legs it's just going to go down to pretty much 1 goal, to be honest. And I think the final will be Stockport County versus Carlisle at Wembley to get promoted into League One. So for the final, I have picked Stockport County versus Carlisle at Wembley. As I said about the Carlisle versus Bradford game, this is going to be probably one of the best League Two playoff finals that we've probably ever seen, and hopefully I would love to go to that game. I think it's probably it's going to go down to 1 goal, isn't it? I believe Stockport County will go up. Literally, both teams, I just want to say, they've been absolutely unreal this season. Every time Wimbledon have played them, we did beat Stockport, so love a bit of that. But honestly, we probably shouldn't have even won that game against Carlisle. We drew 0-0 and lost 2-1, and Carlisle were unreal as well, definitely. I believe Stockport will go up, but next season Carlisle will be 100% up there. I think both clubs deserve to be in League One. I think they have unreal players, unreal fans. Their home and away support, especially away support, I think is unreal. Carlisle brought about 1,000 down to us. Stockport sold out 1.2k, so I think it's unreal. But I believe I've only edged Stockport to go up to League One due to the fact that they have so many star players. So their names, Paddy Madden, Carl Whitton, Callum Camp, Sarcevic. They've signed so many just insane players for League Two. I'd love to have them at the Wimbledon squad. Obviously, we don't have the money and the best facilities, so I definitely think Stockport, fair play to them the whole season. I generally think they're going to do back-to-back promotions, which I think is unreal, to be honest with you. So yeah, Stockport to go back up to League One for my predictions. So yeah, Stockport to go back up. That's going to be the end of the video. Remember to like and subscribe and comment who you think will get promoted back to League One this season through the playoffs. I'd love to hear everyone's opinions if you disagree or agree with my opinions. So yeah, the next video will be out tomorrow for the National League playoff final to see who gets promoted to League One. Either Notts County or Chesterfield is going to be an unreal vlog. Goodbye.